Meloni tweets that we have a bizarre heart. Excuse me?
Guys, there's fire on the mountain between the Prime Minister of Italy and the Sea-Watch rescue team. Most of the times, if I do a video about this rescue, most of you don't share the videos, but they are the people who have saved a lot of immigrants' lives on top of the Mediterranean Sea. Meloni continued to say that they will continue collaborating with Libya so that Libyans will stop immigrants from crossing on the Mediterranean Sea. And these NGOs are saying doing this is not humanity, because giving Libyans money, giving Tunisian money to treat immigrants this way, we see it every day, the kind of treatment that they are giving to immigrants on the desert. But the Prime Minister of Italy is saying, why is it that the NGOs, they are not blaming the smugglers, people who are smuggling immigrants inside, but they are blaming the Italian government? But the aim of the Italian government is that they don't want the rescue team on top of the Mediterranean Sea, because this government wants less immigrants. But these NGOs continue day in and day out to save immigrants' lives. And this thing that the NGOs are doing, no one is paying them. They are doing it just for charity. Just that we Africans, we forget things easy. I just want you to reflect your mind back. The very day they rescued you on top of the Mediterranean Sea, they gave you clothes, they gave you food. Some of us were not feeling well. They even treated us in the rescue ship. But if I do a video about these rescues, these NGOs, you guys don't share the video. This rescue team, the Sea-Watch, they are just asking for simple thing, that whenever they rescue immigrants, the Italian government have to give them the closest port, the safety port that is very close, so that they can go and drop these immigrants and come back. We all know that we are in the summer, and a lot of people would take advantage of this summer to take the journey. So the NGOs are asking the Italian government that whenever they call them that they have immigrants on board, they should give them the closest port so that they can go and drop this immigrant. For example, the Sea-Watch 5, they rescued 156 immigrants on the 26th of July 2024. Where they rescued these immigrants, they gave them 3 good days to go and drop them in La Spezia. Meanwhile, they could have given them the closest spot so that they could have go and drop this immigrant. So what the NGOs don't understand is that why is it that you can't give them the port that is close so that they can go and drop this immigrant, and then they will go back to the Mediterranean Sea and continue their operations? For example, on board, they're having 156 immigrants. They need to give them breakfast, they need to give them lunch, they need to give them supper for 3 days on this scorching sun. If someone is not feeling fine on board, they need to take care of this person. And all this thing is not financed by anyone. The NGOs are just doing it for charity. It's not that they will just come and drop immigrants and the government will say, we are giving you this. No, no one is giving them something. They are just doing it because they are NGOs. So sometimes if we see their videos, let's always try to share their videos. This is what they say.
Meloni tweets that we have a bizarre heart. Excuse me? We criticize the Italian government's migration deals with Libya on Twitter. In response, she wrote that we were an NGO that has nothing to say about the smugglers who are getting rich by killing thousands of people. This is a classic right-wing narrative. The smugglers are to blame for the rising number of deaths in the Mediterranean, and the EU's fight against smugglers is saving lives. But that is wrong. The EU and Italy accuse people of being smugglers who have traveled by boat on their own escape. These people are then imprisoned, and the EU can declare that it has convicted dozens of smugglers this year. And because there are so many smugglers, the border is further militarized, which forces people to take even more unsafe routes. At the same time, there is actual human trafficking in the Mediterranean. However, the EU and Italy are not fighting this, but rather financing it. For example, the so-called Libyan Coast Guard is a militia that is also financed by Italy, and which, according to reports by the UN Human Rights Council, is involved in human trafficking. The Italian government is therefore financing human trafficking and driving up the death toll in the Mediterranean. If Meloni wanted to work against human trafficking and death at sea, she probably have to ban herself. But she doesn't. Instead,
yeah, guys, I hope you have seen the video, and this is what the Prime Minister also tweeted on the highway. The NGO Sea-Watch, which has nothing to say about the smugglers who have gotten rich by buying thousands of people's wishes, as all the evil possible from the bottom of our heart, because we go to Libya to confront how to stop illegal migration, creating developments, a strange heart. There is something to say. In any case, the Italian government will continue to work to stop trafficking in person, illegal migration, and deaths at sea, whether they like it or not. So this is what the Prime Minister tweeted on the highway. But to me, it doesn't make sense. The money that you are giving to Libyans, they will collect this money and then they will start pushing immigrants again. So at the end of the day, it doesn't make any sense. This NGO is not asking you for money. They are not asking you for anything. They are just asking that once they rescue these immigrants, try to give them the closest spot so that they can go and drop these immigrants. Let me know what you think about this video, and till we meet again in the next video, please stay safe and stay blessed. Peace out.